city of Manchester. Every legend has a beginning. For David Beckham, it started here on the streets of Manchester, where a boy with a dream and a relentless work ethic would one day conquer the world of football. Beyond the free kick, the David Beckham journey. Born on May 2, 1975, David Robert Joseph Beckham was football-obsessed from the start. His father, a Manchester United fan, fueled his passion, and young David spent hours perfecting his free kicks. A small boy, barely taller than the goalpost he'd rigged up, was kicking a football for hours. Over and over, his father would come home from work to find David still there, practicing free kicks until his toes ached. At just 16, Beckham signed for Manchester United, joining the famed Class of '92, a group that included Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Gary and Phil Neville. Under the guidance of Sir Alex Ferguson, Beckham's precision crosses and deadly free kicks soon made him a star. Years later, when asked about his success, Beckham would smile. It wasn't talent, it was the hours. The sun going down, me still kicking that ball point old. 1996, then came that goal, a moment of magic from the halfway line goal against Wimbledon. A strike so audacious, it announced Beckham to the world. Overnight, he wasn't just a footballer, he was a phenomenon. But the nightmare began with one red card. In the 1998 World Cup, Beckham's infamous red card against Argentina made him public enemy number one in England. Overnight, he went from hero to villain. He received hate mail, death threats, and was even hung in effigy. But David Beckham doesn't stay down, he came back stronger. 3 years later, with England needing a goal to qualify for the 2002 World Cup, Beckham stood over a free kick in the dying seconds against Greece. The world held its breath. He struck it, it soared, it curved, it went in. And the crowd exploded. Redemption. With United, Beckham won it all: 6 Premier League titles, Champions League at Nou Camp as finale against Bayern Munich, dramatical win, and a historic treble in 1999, and the adoration of millions. But fame came at a cost. After a fiery fallout with Ferguson, Ferguson's flying boot hits Beckham's face. A dressing room feud, a bloody cut above his eye. The fracture with Sir Alex Ferguson sent Beckham to Real Madrid, where he became a Galactico with Zidane, Ronaldo Fenomeno, Figo, Raúl, Carlos. Beckham won over the Bernabeu fans very quickly, and within a few weeks he had already won his first title with the club, the Spanish Super Cup. The precision of his passing and his elegance when striking the ball earned him the devotion of the fans. His major achievement as a Madrid player came in his last season, which saw an exciting contest for the 2007 Liga, in which the Englishman played a key role in winning the title. When he left the club, having scored 20 goals in 158 matches. Then, in 2007, he shocked the football world by heading to America. He joined the LA Galaxy in Major League Soccer, a league still in its infancy on the world stage. But Beckham didn't just play football in America, he revolutionized it. Even during his time in the US, Beckham's hunger for elite football remained. He went on loan to AC Milan and later ended his playing career at Paris Saint-Germain, where he donated his entire salary to charity. At Paris Saint-Germain, he retired in 2013, tears in his eyes and applause in his ears. He was also captain of England and played 115 matches for his national team, making him the second most capped English player after Peter Shilton. He played in 3 World Cups, 1998, 2002 and 2006, and 2 European Championships, 2000 and 2004. But Beckham's story didn't end at full time. He became a global ambassador for UNICEF, a fashion entrepreneur and co-owner of Inter Miami CF, bringing top-flight football to Florida. And through it all, there was Victoria, his wife, his partner, his rock. Together, they became Britain's most famous power couple. Their 4 children, Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz, and Harper, grew up in the spotlight but rooted in love. David Beckham is more than a name stitched on the back of a jersey. He's a symbol of resilience, reinvention, and relentless ambition. A boy with a dream who became a global legend. David Beckham, the boy who bent it like no other.
Some players are good, some are great, and then there's Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane, the maestro of football. Sunday, July 12, 1998. The sun shines bright over Paris. The sky a deep and perfect blue. In just a few hours, France will face Brazil in the World Cup final, on home soil. History is about to be written.
C'est fini! L'équipe de France est championne du monde! Vous le croyez ça, l'équipe de France est championne du monde en battant le Brésil! 3-0, 2 buts de Zidane, 1 but de Petit. Je crois qu'après avoir vu ça, on peut mourir tranquille. On fait le plus tard possible, mais on peut. Ah, c'est super!
France are world champions. Can you believe it? France are world champions after beating Brazil 3-0. 2 goals from Zidane, 1 from Petit. Zizou became a national hero. In that moment, it wasn't just football. It was unity. It was pride. It was the birth of a legend. The streets of Paris were alive all night. Strangers hugging, flags waving, chants echoing. Zinedine Zidane was born on June 23, 1972, in La Castellane, a tough neighborhood in Marseille, France, the son of Algerian immigrants. Life wasn't easy. His father, Smail, worked long night shifts as a warehouse guard, while young Zizou found his escape in the concrete playgrounds, a ball always at his feet. From the very start, his gift was undeniable: elegance, vision, and a magical touch that felt almost supernatural. In 1986, at just 14, he joined AS Cannes. His genius began to blossom, and his first professional goal, a cool, chipped Panenka penalty, hinted at the artistry to come. 1992, he signed for Girondins de Bordeaux, where his left foot, flawless balance, and creative brilliance made him the brightest star in French football. Euro 1996 was his breakthrough. A stunning volley against Spain introduced Zidane to the world, and soon, the biggest clubs were knocking. In 1996, he signed for Juventus Turin. At Juventus, he became a 2-time Serie A champion and reached 2 Champions League finals. No one dictated a game like Zidane. Defenders could only watch in awe. On the world stage, Zidane's legacy was forged in gold. In the 1998 World Cup final, his two towering headers against Brazil sealed a 3-0 victory. Zizou became a national hero. But glory on the pitch soon became glory in history. Later that year, in a Paris ballroom under the flash of cameras, Zidane's name was called. The Ballon d'Or, the golden ball given to the best player in the world, was placed in his hands. Then came Euro 2000. Zidane was at the peak of his powers. He scored a brilliant free kick against Spain in the quarterfinals, then a golden goal penalty against Portugal in the semis. In the final, France beat Italy 2-1 with another golden goal, and Zidane was named player of the tournament. France were now both world and European champions, and Zizou was their shining star. But destiny still had one more chapter. In 2001, Real Madrid broke the transfer record to bring him to the Bernabeu for €77.5 million. The investment paid off instantly. In the 2002 Champions League final against Bayer Leverkusen, Zidane scored that left-footed volley goal of pure magic, still called the greatest in Champions League history. Real Madrid were kings of Europe once again. After this match, he was named the maestro of football. 4 years later, disaster struck. An injury in the 2002 World Cup and a shock early exit for France. But Zidane returned for redemption in 2006. At 34, he carried France to the final, dazzling against Brazil. If you want to know Zidane, you should watch his match against Brazil in the 2006 World Cup. He was just amazing. He scored by coolly slotting a Panenka penalty past Gianluigi Buffon. Then came the moment the world will never forget, the headbutt on Marco Materazzi, the red card. Zidane's lonely walk past the World Cup trophy, a tragic, almost cinematic farewell. In 2006, he hung up his boots and said goodbye to fans around the world in a romantic scene at the Bernabeu. In 2014, Zidane turned to coaching, and just like as a player, he conquered. As manager of Real Madrid, he delivered 3 consecutive Champions League titles, becoming the most successful coach in the club's modern history. Now we miss him, hoping he will return as manager soon. Zidane wasn't just a player. He was poetry in motion, a magician, a champion. From the streets of Marseille to the very peak of football, his story is one of genius, passion, and greatness. Zinedine Zidane, the maestro of football. Thank you, Zizou.
Sous le ciel de Marseille, un enfant jouait, ballon dans les ruelles, rêve d'éternité. Le cuir chantait sur la pierre, doux ballet. De ses pieds naît la danse, magie dans l'élan. Un cœur qui chavire, un éclat éclatant. Zidane, maestro du destin. craignait. Un regard, un geste, et le monde s'arrêtait. Artiste et guerrier, sur les brebis il sculptait. Dans ses veines l'Algérie, dans son âme l'azur, son talent une prière, un combat si pur. Zidane, maestro du destin, sous le ciel de la gloire, ton étoile brillait sans fin. Zidane, l'enfant des plaines, avec toi.
Lionel Messi, the greatest of all time, GOAT. Lionel Andres Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina, into a modest and hard-working family. His father, Jorge, worked in a steel factory, and his mother, Celia. Messi grew up with two older brothers, Rodrigo and Matias, and a younger sister, Maria Sol. Messi's football journey began at just 4 years old, playing for Grandoli, a local club coached by his father. By the age of 6, he joined Newell's Old Boys, one of Argentina's top clubs. The local club where Diego Maradona once played, he quickly stood out, scoring over 500 goals in youth matches. His dribbling and vision were already magical. But this fairy tale nearly ended at age 11, when doctors delivered cruel news. Messi was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency, a condition that stunted his physical development. The treatment was costly, about $900 per month, far beyond what his family could afford. Watching his friends grow while he remained small, desperate for help, his family turned to clubs in Europe. Then came the miracle. A single napkin changed everything. At a trial in Barcelona, sporting director Karl Rexach scribbled a contract on a paper serviette. "We'll pay for everything." FC Barcelona saw the potential in young Lionel and offered to cover his medical treatment if he moved to Spain. A new beginning at FC Barcelona. At 13 years old, Messi and his father moved to Spain. He joined La Masia, Barcelona's famous youth academy, where he adapted quickly, both on and off the pitch. Shy and quiet, he let his football do the talking. At just 16 years old, Messi made his unofficial debut under coach Frank Rijkaard, instantly turning heads with his skill and maturity. 2004 became the youngest player to score for Barca in La Liga at 17. And kicked first goal with Ronaldinho's assist. From 2008 to 2012, under Pep Guardiola, Messi reached legendary status. 4 Champions League titles, won his first Ballon d'Or. He would go on to win 6 more at Barca. 2012, scored an astonishing 91 goals in a calendar year world record. Formed the iconic MSN trio with Neymar and Luis Suarez, 10 La Liga titles, 7 Copa del Rey trophies. After over 2 decades at the club, Barcelona's financial crisis made it impossible to renew Messi's contract. In August 2021, he tearfully bid farewell at an emotional press conference that left the football world stunned. A new chapter with PSG Messi. However, his time in France wasn't smooth. Faced fan criticism and even boos, struggled with injuries and adaptation. Won 2 League One titles, but the elusive Champions League remained out of reach. In 2023,
Messi turned down a massive offer from Saudi Arabia to join Inter Miami in Major League Soccer. His arrival transformed the league overnight. Won the league's cup, his first trophy with Miami, sparked a global boom in MLS popularity with sold-out stadiums and record viewership. Argentina career. Lost 3 major finals, the 2014 World Cup and the 2015 and 2016 Copa America. Golden period arrived for Argentina national team winner 2021 Copa America, Messi's first major trophy with Argentina. Winner 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, scored 7 goals, won the Golden Ball, and led Argentina to World Cup glory in Qatar. Winner 2023 Copa America. It was the crowning moment of a legendary career. Finally, the man behind the legend Messi is married to his childhood sweetheart, Antonella Roccuzzo. They have 3 sons, Tiago, Matteo, Ciro. Despite his fame, Messi remains grounded, a devoted husband and father. From the dusty streets of Rosario to the pinnacle of world football, Lionel Messi's story is one of talent, sacrifice, and endless determination. He has conquered every stage, broken every record, and inspired millions. Though Messi has openly expressed his love for Barcelona, a return appears unlikely due to ongoing financial constraints. Still, fans around the world dream of one last farewell. For many, he isn't just a footballer. He is the greatest of all time, the GOAT.